Hello, everybody, and welcome to NFL Picks. I'm your host, Drunk Farmer. So, championship weekends next weekend. We're down to the final four, and wow, this Saturday, one good game. The other game, well, kind of sucked. The other game, kind of like you want to go take a nap. Let's begin in the AFC first. Kansas City Jaguars on Saturday. Pretty good game. Jaguars just came up short of beating Kansas City. Yeah, I think the Jaguars are pretty good. I can watch out for them next year. I think they may make some noise next year. I really do. Kansas City looked good, and so they advanced for Sunday. The other team that they will be facing will be the Cincinnati Bengals. On Sunday, the Bengals in Buffalo played in Buffalo, which it was snowing. It was a typical Buffalo game in January with snow and cold, but unfortunately, Buffalo looked flat. And that's just my opinion. I didn't think Buffalo looked all that great. Cincinnati looked really good. Zach Taylor and the Bengals dominated both sides of the ball. And like I said, Buffalo just had no answer for that. So, that takes you to Kansas City, where the AFC Championship game will be played. Yes, it's Groundhog Day. Remember last year, Cincinnati, Kansas City once played. Cincinnati won that game in an overtime field goal. Kansas City fans remember that well. But the big question in this game is very simple. Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle injury against Jacksonville. Now, they're saying he's going to start Sunday. That's what Kansas City's saying as of right now. As I record this, that's what Kansas City's saying. He's going to start. High sprained ankle injuries are a pain in the butt. Believe me, I've had them. I used to play soccer. I know what they feel like. They're going to tape it up. You know that. They're going to tape it up, try to make it as stable as possible. But how's that going to affect Patrick Mahomes' mobility against a pretty fierce Cincinnati defense who's going to see this and they're going to come after him? So how's that going to affect Patrick Mahomes? How's that going to affect his throwing? How's that going to affect his mobility? We won't know until Sunday. So, but I know Cincinnati's going to come after him. On the other side of the ball, Joe Burrow has looked really good with that Cincinnati offense. This should be another great game. This may come down to a field goal. Hell, this may be going to overtime again. Who knows? But all in all, at the end of the day, here's who I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Cincinnati over Kansas City. Here's the reason why. Kansas City's 0-3 against Cincinnati. Cincinnati has Kansas City's number. That's a tongue twister. So, I am picking Cincinnati over Kansas City this Sunday. That'll be the late game. Moving over to the NFC. If you watched the Philadelphia Eagles-Giants game, I hope you had a good nap because, man, the Eagles just came out like gangbusters and just totally dominated the New York Giants. And, it wasn't pretty, but the Eagles just left a murder scene in Philadelphia, to tell you the truth, because the Giants had no clue. The Giants just couldn't get off the ball. They were dominating on both sides of the ball also, and Philly just did what they'd been doing all year. So, on Sunday, their opponent will be the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, San Francisco once again beat Dallas in San Francisco. That San Francisco defense looks really fierce. The number one defense in the NFC. They look good. I think they're the number one defense in the NFL too. I'm not sure. But anyway, this ought to be a very physical football game. Jalen Hurts going to have his work cut out for him. He's going against a very, very good San Francisco defense. And they're going to come after him. And they're going to try to make him hurry. They're going to try to make him make mistakes and everything. So, But, like I said, Philadelphia plays physical on both sides of the ball. Philadelphia likes to run the ball, too. So, that could be a factor in this game. Philadelphia can run the ball and use ball control. They might win this game. But on the other side of the ball, for San Francisco, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Who would have thought? A third-string quarterback. Last guy picked in the NFL draft last year. He's just a rookie. Here he is. He's on a grand stage playing the Philadelphia Eagles for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Who would have thought this? No one in the right mind would have thought this. Here he is. Little old Brock Purdy, who played at Iowa State. Now he's playing for the AFC or NFC Championship game. I know. Strange things can happen. He's looked good. I mean, I'll tell you, he's made that San Francisco offense click. They like to run too, and they like to throw. Both teams like to run. Both teams like to throw. This should be a physical football game. This should be a hard-hitting football game. This should be a close football game. But I'm going to pick San Francisco over the Eagles. And for the Super Bowl, if you may have guessed, it's going to be San Francisco and Cincinnati. That's my pick for the Super Bowl. If that comes true or not, we won't know until after Sunday. So, until next week, I am Drunk Farmer. This has been NFL Picks. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And remember, people, I am not a professional. I'm only a fan. We'll see you next week, everyone. Have a safe and wonderful week. So long.